Hello and welcome to the Harriet Muller Art Channel, giving you the techniques to produce amazing artwork. Today I've had a request to draw a corn on the cob, so that's what we're going to be drawing. Get yourself some plain white paper, just like this, and you'll need a pencil, an eraser and a thin black pen if you can find one. Also, if you want to colour it in, I'm going to be using some watercolours. I've got this little travel pack that I take with me everywhere. You can see it's quite worn. So you'll need some water with that and a little paintbrush. And if you like drawing animals, don't forget to download my free PDF of how to draw horse galloping, which you'll find in the link just above here. Let's get started. We're going to start off nice and easily. So just draw yourself a basic shape of the corn on the cob. So it's just an elongated shape like this, and it's thinner at the top and fatter at the bottom. So just draw lightly in pencil. Remember, if I go too quickly, don't forget to pause the video and to rewind. So just draw a little circle at the bottom. Now we're going to draw the leaves that encase the corn on the cob. So one comes up like this, and then we've got another one that comes up like this, just like so, comes down. Got another one peeping out the back, like that, and then a really super thin one just coming up like this. Okay, now we're going to draw a couple in the background, so just draw them peeping out from behind this one, just a shape like this, go up and then round, and there's going to be one more, so just draw the base of it there and a little shape there, and then it's going to poke out behind this one, and then round, and then one more shape, just like that. That's stage one. Okay, stage two, we're going to make it look a little bit more realistic. So we're just going to erase this part at the bottom, the circle at the bottom, and we're going to draw this bit here, so just bring it round the bottom, and then I'm just going to erase a little bit more here, and then the stalk part comes up like this. There's a little bit round there, and just draw a shape like this. Okay, so we're just going to erase this line as we just want to perfect the casing of the corn on the cob. So it comes up like this, and then there's another line that comes up, and this one goes all the way behind there, just like that. We're going to erase this line here. Okay, add one more line, there we go. And then this casing is going to come all the way down to the bottom. There we go. So we're going to do it on the other side. So just erase this line here. Okay, so one line comes up and round and down. Then we're going to start a little bit lower. This one comes up, joins that one, and goes behind. I'm just going to erase a little bit of this line. Okay, so this one that we drew earlier is going to come down and all the way to the bottom. It's going to go behind that one. Okay, now we're going to draw some perspective. So we're going to have lines going from the bottom to the top of the corn on the cob. So draw them going all the way from the bottom to the top, and they get slightly closer together further and they are to the top. There we go. There we go. So we're now going to focus on these ones, and then we're going to come back and we're going to draw all the little pieces of corn. So let's just perfect this one. We need the outer casing of these corn and cobs inside there. So just erase this a little bit, bring it round, and it's got lots of kind of hairy bits at the end, so we're just going to draw those hairy bits like this. I'm sure you've seen them. You take them off before you cook them. So we're just going to draw the leaf here. Okay, so a leaf coming round, lots of hairy bits here. And then we're going to draw the outer casing over here, and then the end of it just there. Okay, so now we're going to get to the fun part, and we're going to draw all the little pieces of corn. So remember, they're not all the same size and they're not all the same shape. So I'm just going to start off, and then I'm going to speed up the video, otherwise we'll be here all day. So just draw them next to each other, and they go in rows all the way up to the top. So they're this kind of shape, but don't forget that they're all different, so try and make them look a little bit different, but they all fit nice and neatly into these rows. Okay, so I'm going to speed up the video now. So as I'm going round, make sure that the little pieces of corn, they go round kind of to show that this shape is curved. So if you can imagine, I'm just going to draw these lines, you can rub them out. I'm just drawing curved lines all the way to the top. So all these follow the curved lines. So I'm not just drawing them all going up straight. I'm making the little pieces of corn actually follow the curvature of the corn on the cob. And notice how they're getting smaller and smaller the further away they are from me. So these ones are much smaller than these ones. Okay, and they get slightly smaller again when they reach the stalk. So we're going to do the same for these other two, and I'm just going to show you, I'm going to draw the curvature. So we're following these kind of round lines, just like that. And then we're going to draw the straight lines going up. These are the rows of all the little pieces of corn. So let's go like that. I'll just speed it up again. Now get yourself a pen, and then we're going to go over what we've done in pen, and then we're going to go over it in watercolours. So I'm just going to start here, and then I'm going to speed it up. So I've erased out all of the pencil markings, and now I'm going to go over it in my watercolours. So I'm just going to mix up some yellows and greens. So I'm just going to do that here in my little travel watercolour palettes. Some different yellows, and then mix it in with a little bit of blue to make the greens. And I'm just going to put a light green wash over it. And then the same for the background. Just to add a tiny little bit of colour. I'm not doing it in any particular detail. I'm going to mix up some more of that yellowy green. There we go. Make it a bit brighter now. And then these are for the outer leaves, tend to be a little bit darker than the inner leaves. So I'll dilute it a little bit more when I go for the inner leaves again. This one's an outer leaf. Okay, all the way down. And then the outer leaf of these ones down here. And then I've diluted it quite a lot, so I'm going to do the inner leaf now. I'm going to make it a little bit darker for the leaves down the bottom where it's in shadow. Mix up using some yellow ochres and some browns, just where it's in shadow here. Don't worry if it goes over the lines. Part of the beauty of watercolor is that it's free and it can just flow. So all the shadowy areas I'm doing in this darker color. It's actually on my painting now. I'm going to have a little bit more. At the top here. There we go. I'm getting quite a messy style. There we are. Okay, now for the yellow parts. This one I'm just going to use some sunshine yellow and yellow ochre and some lighter colours. There we go. I'm just going to really dilute it. Just going to do a nice wash over all of it, and then I'll come back and colour in some of the corn pieces individually. Alrighty, and then while it's still wet, I'm just going to put a little bit of brown into some of them. Just do some of the darker ones just down here on one side. There we go, just to show shadow. A bit more at the bottom. A bit darker here. These are in shadow as well. And here. I'm also going to use this darker brown just to show that there's some shadow underneath, just here. There we go, so that the corn on the cobs aren't floating around in the air. Okay, and last but not least, I'm going to use this lovely sunshine yellow and just go over some of these parts. I'm using a semi-dry brush here. There we go. Leave it very, very pale towards the end of the corn on the cob. There we go. There we go, and that's our finished drawing / painting. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit like and subscribe, and if you've got any requests whatsoever, leave them in the comment section below. I hope to see you on the next one. Thank you, bye bye.